Welcome everyone. This is the channel of 3A Immigration Services. Hello. Hello. My name is Arachely and I am the cultural coach organizational from 3A. And today we have a guest, a wonderful guest. We have a Jorge. Hi, Jorge.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. And he's here because we would like him to share with us his experience through the TM process and also in the adaptability in the new context that he is. He is working in the US. He's one of the engineers of 3A Immigration Services. And we are so happy to have you. So welcome again, Jorge. And I would like to start. Well, tell me, how are you today first?
I'm good. I'm doing pretty fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. So I will start with the first question. Tell us about yourself. How did you decide to seek job opportunities in United States?
Okay, so basically, when I finished my career, I'm a mechatronic engineer. So when I finished my career, there was like a job fair, something like that, back at school. So I went there and like seek for all the good options I have. There were so many companies back in Mexico, but also I found this one in the US, and I just say like, hey, let's go, let's try it. I already got the no, so I don't lose anything trying to apply to this company, right? So I just apply and well, everything get in like the right way.
How did you find 3A Immigration Services?
Sorry, can you
Our
repeat?
company, how did you find us? How did you find 3 Immigration Services company?
It was like I was looking for new job opportunities. I was looking at internet and stuff. Then one of my friends found like a job opportunity here, and he reached me out like, "Hey, I think you might be interested in this job offer." And I was like, "Okay, let's check it out." And yeah, basically looking at the internet and because a friend I found.
Okay, great. So tell us, Jorge, how was your first encounter with 3A Immigration Services? When you contact to one of our recruiters, how was the experience?
Okay, so the experience was really smooth. I talked to this guy called Timok. He was like really helpful in everything related to questions I have, like, hey, where is this job located? And like every kind of question I had about the company itself and 3A immigration services, everything he can answer, he will do it. So it was really smooth. It was really helpful.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. And share with us, Jorge, how was the selection process for you? How many interviews did you have to go through before being hired? And how did you manage your being nervous or being fearful? How did you manage that during the interviews?
I think there might be like two interviews. It was one with 3A, and the other one it was with the company I'm working for. Um, so I really felt nervous like when I first reached 3A because I I thought for a moment I was not like the type of engineer they were looking for, but as I said, they were really helpful and then they explained everything and yeah, it was as
You
the
didn't feel
interview
alone.
as the interview passes, like everything was becoming pretty good. So yeah, um, I don't know the way I manage like my being nervous and stuff. It wasn't really because of me. It was because of you guys. Like you make it really smooth. So
Mhm.
I felt better as the interview goes. So yeah.
Wow, I think that's very important. Yeah, great, good. Okay, what kind of help did you receive from 3A regarding to the TN paperwork? Did you
Well,
get all the information?
yeah. Uh, um, so I received like a lot of help with the translation services. You know, I had to translate my um, title, my cédula, all this kind of papers we got back in Mexico. We had to translate it. So 3A helped me with those services. Like they they give me like how can I say
They make it
oh
easy.
yeah, yeah, they were they give me options like you have this one and this one, you choose whatever you like, and yeah, they help me a lot with that. Also, most of the paperwork, um I read it, and if I had like any question about it, I always ask, and they were pretty open to give me the answer of whatever I had.
they were available for you.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, Jorge, what do you feel when you got the TM visa?
Well, I felt like first of all really happy, really proud of myself. Like I actually got it, you know. Um, and also I felt kind of nervous again because I knew it's going to be the start of like a new experience of my in my life. But yeah, it was like I felt really happy. Like, mm, yeah.
Yes. And we are so happy with you. Thank you, Jorge. And tell me, what was the first reaction of your family when you got the job?
Okay, so they were really happy. You know how Mexican families are, like they were pretty noisy about it, like yelling, screaming. Uh, but also my mom um, and my cousins were kind of sad because that means I also have to move, right, out of the house, being way too far from Mexico. But yeah, they were really happy, cheerful. Like they always push me to do better in life.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Let's talk about many people don't know that we get together on Sundays.
Mm.
Uh, in 3A Immigration Services, we we get together with the engineers every Sunday. We call the Sunday calls because me, I do coaching for the engineers, and we get together and I help them during their process of adaptability for the new context. So I would like to know, Jorge, in your case, tell me what role has Sunday coaching played in your immersion into the new culture of the USA that you face every day?
Well, it was really helpful, like to feel there was someone listening to me, and like in every aspect of the work and the lifestyle, like how are you doing, how is the company treating you, and all stuff that kind of helps a lot. because I know if there's something I need like or I don't understand, maybe you can help me out like explaining a little bit of the culture and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty helpful. Um, yeah.
And tell me, culturally speaking, these are our topics. Culturally speaking, what have you done or had to transform in yourself to adapt, and what pushed you out of your comfort zone when you get there?
Maybe like the stores. So back in Mexico, we have little stores in every,
Every
in every,
corner.
yeah, in every corner. And here doesn't happens like that. Like you have a lot of stores close to gas stations and that, but it's not like in Mexico. Okay, so whenever you want to get your groceries and stuff, you have to go to really big stores and stuff. So that's one of the main changes I have to face, but also the transportation, the public transportation in Mexico, I think is pretty easy to have access to all of these buses and stuff. Here you have to have a car, you have to own a car, so it makes it easier, but also you have like other options. But I think they're a little bit expensive if you want to go out every weekend, So
Ah, that's also right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And one more question. Is there any aspect of your company behavior or culture that you really, really like and you would like to have that for yourself? Have you seen something in your company?
Yeah, so I don't know how to really explain it, but for me myself, whenever I do something wrong, when I fail, I really critic to myself, like, oh, I did this wrong, I have to do it better next time. But in the company, they are always like pretty supportive, like, oh, you messed it up, don't worry, it happens and you're learning, so it is okay to fail, just to learn and get better. So I kind of like that attitude of them, because myself, I'm not like that, and sometimes I make me feel wrong because of that. And if I have this thinking that they have, it would help me more, So that's kind of one of the best things I could learn about them.
Wow, that's amazing. So you feel a lot of support and help. That's
Yeah,
great. Wow. Um, sometimes on Sundays we have our meetings in English, especially in the beginning when they just arrived. I try to speak to them in English because I want them to start getting used to it. In the case of Jorge, he already know English, right? So tell me, how was about talking about the language and culture, talking about the language, how was for you to adjust? Is that for now you natural? He has been here for almost 3 months, right? In your
yeah.
company. How is for you now the language? How did you manage that? For you, is now are you getting more familiar? Are you getting more comfortable speaking in English? Is natural for you, or do you still have to make an effort?
Okay, well, back in Mexico, I really learned a lot of English, right? I just watch a lot of TV shows, movies, also listening to music in English. I was like used to it, but about speaking, I wasn't that comfortable. So being here with a lot of uh, people to talk with and practice. I think that helps me a lot to improve. Not that much in how what I know of English, but the way I speak it, the pronunciation, and like the the slang, the way.
The idioms. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think it every day it's getting better, and also I get more comfortable speaking in English, but also like interacting, not just like in in a work way, like also making jokes, making fun about my friends, like all my
Right, with the sense of
coworkers.
humor.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah, I think it helps a lot, and it's getting easier every day as long as you practice it.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Um, Jorge, how would you describe in 3 words the in your company, the culture of your company? How would you describe in 3 words?
I would say it's interesting. Uh, I could say is funny. Like I like to work there, and also it's simple. Like everything, every job you have to do there, it's pretty simple. That like they try to keep it simple, So I
Wow.
like that.
Wow, that's amazing. And before we go, Jorge, finally, what would you say to those engineers that are out there waiting for a job opportunity in a progressive country like USA, who they still have some doubts? Uh, it could be whether about the language, it could be about the distance. What would you say to those engineers that are looking for a job?
Just try it. Don't be afraid. Language doesn't uh means a lot, but your work, like your effort. Uh, I have some friends that really doesn't speak English at all, but they are good workers, and people here in the US love them because of how hard they work. And eventually you're gonna get used to the language, you're gonna get used to speaking it, or at
You
least
will learn it.
you're gonna catch those important things and words you have to say. So don't be afraid of trying, and that's it.
Apply.
Apply, yeah. And also prepare yourself, like watch movies, TV shows. Also, you can rewatch those shows you already watched, but in Spanish. Now watch it in English, so it makes it easier for you to get used to the language.
Right, and everyone is welcome to 3A Immigration Services. Thank you so much, Jorge. Thank you so. I appreciate your time, and thank you so much for all the audience watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.